Super Bowl 49 on Sunday was watched by over 114 million people worldwide. But the question is, how many of these people actually paid attention to the entire game?
We're going to take a page from Jimmy Kimmel's book and do just like his live witness news sketch and go to Greene Street to talk to Carolina students to see if they were actually paying attention by asking them questions about things that didn't really happen. Let's see what they said. So obviously if you're cheering for the Patriots, you're familiar with Bill Belichick.
No,
And
I'm not.
Well, he's our coach, and what he'll usually do is he'll wear a hoodie, but he'll cut off the sleeves, just because for whatever reason. But since this was a Super Bowl, he tried to take it up to another level, and he actually crop topped it. So what do you think about that? Just like as a coach, and I mean like an overall fashion decision.
I think that's hot.
You really, yeah.
As Paris Hilton would say, that's hot.
Okay, so is that something that you would wear in public? Like if they made like Bill Belichick crop top sleeveless hoodies, you would wear one of those?
No, I'm not that bold.
Okay. But you think that's cool for like a coach to wear?
No, but I'm glad he did it.
Okay. Now, he was not allowed to wear his gold cleats during the game by the NFL. They wanted him to wear something else. However, he was allowed to wear his Skittles cleats that were made out of Skittles. Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, it's pretty outrageous. I actually didn't know that. I thought he had his gold cleats on because they're pretty swag. Yeah, I mean, that's a little much, but maybe Skittles gave the NFL a little bit of money, so, it becomes okay. Not sure.
So obviously big players came up in that game. One of them in particular was Malcolm Butler, who was, obviously an underrated player, came out of a small school in Alabama. What do you think about some of the other lower name players like Stephen Anthony Lawrence that came up big in that game?
Well, I think they were definitely key players, definitely impacted the game. It's not all about Julian Edelman and Tom Brady. Those rookie players really had an impact on the game, especially Malcolm Butler. I mean, he had that game-saving interception, which was crucial for the Patriots. So.
All right, you guys all watched the Super Bowl, right?
Yes, sir.
Who'd y'all cheer for?
Patriots. Cardinals.
Patriots.
Cardinals. All right.
So in the fourth quarter, everybody knows about the whole run, the pass instead of a run on the last play of the game. So what did you think about offensive coordinator Herman Boone's choice to throw the ball instead of run?
I was just very confused. Like in the moment, I kind of didn't believe it actually was happening because it seemed like the exact opposite of the right choice. So I just was very confused and off-put the whole night.
Right. And then the third quarter, before that fight happened, there was a fight between the Patriots mascot and the Seahawks mascot. Like, I don't know what happened between these two mascots. I think the Seahawk ripped off the Patriot mascot's head. How do you feel about that? Is that a good example for the kids watching?
It's not an example for the kid watching, but at the same time, very surprising that that rivalry goes to the point that the mascot has to be fighting over a football game, but they're not playing, they're just like there for the entertainment, and right. I'm very surprised why they would fight.
Yeah, like they're supposed to be lovable creatures, and then they're fighting each other in front of all these people.
Yes, and yeah, that's a battlefield for the kids because, you don't want the kids sitting home and be like, hey, Dad, look at those mascots fighting each other.
Right,
and
right.
Yeah, that's not something to show to the kids.
Also during the game, the Legion of Boom is very popular. Everybody knows about them, the secondary for the Seahawks defense, and Richard Sherman obviously is a very outspoken individual, but he hurt his arm in the NFC Championship game, and Brian Bosworth had to step in for him. How do you think that he played?
I think it wasn't as good as I was hoping, but it was better than I expected.
That's good. That's what a lot of people were saying because not a lot of people knew what to expect, but because he's obviously a rookie and just coming out of college. So, yeah.
Well, there were lots of big plays in the Super Bowl, much by underappreciated players that you never heard of before, like Malcolm Butler made the game-winning interception, and there's also Rick Astley who made huge receptions down the field for the Seahawks. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, underappreciated players getting the respect they deserve.
Well, I mean, they're working hard, so it's nice that, on the big field, they finally are getting the recognition they deserve.
Yeah, did you think Rick Astley played well?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Oh, okay.
It goes to show that, even though you're not the guy that's getting the headlines and the people that are coming after you to interview you, it means a lot to keep putting in the hard work that you put in, and then you're getting something out of it.
I like his gronking. The gronking's pretty amazing.
When Idina Menzel was singing the national anthem, she started singing "Let It Go" just for a split second. What do you think was going through her mind then?
Wait, that really happened?
Yeah.
Wow, I mean, that's really funny. I think it's really bad that we've gotten to the point where we don't even know the words to the anthem anymore.
That was a really popular song, though.
But still.
But you can't mess up the national anthem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you think his off-field antics, you kind of enjoy that. He's very, exuberant probably.
And he's definitely like a motivator, both on and off the field. He's definitely someone that I think like young players can look up to. Definitely.
And
Makes more sense now.
you know Rob Gronkowski for the Patriots?
Yeah.
You know he kept 2 bottles of champagne behind the bench in case they won. Like he had them ready to go for celebration. Like, what do you think about that? Is he setting a good example for the kids?
No, that's kind of a bad. I mean, I guess he can celebrate because he's of age or whatever, but that's kind of not the right message you're supposed to be sending.
Right.
So speaking to his party, it came out after the game that he was hiding 2 champagne bottles on the sidelines in case they won. What do you think about that? Like, what kind of message does that send?
I guess he was ready to party. Like
In the third quarter, they didn't air this, but there was a streaker that ran out on the field.
Really?
Like, yeah, really, it was nuts. Like, what do y'all think about that?
Freaking awesome.
Think, hey, Super Bowl 2K15, you do what you gotta do.
No regrets.
No regrets, 2015.